Eritrea, rarely in the headlines, often spoken of in whispers. It is a country that seems to exist in the shadows, its stories seldom told, its people often misunderstood. For many, Eritrea is a name that conjures mystery, a place that feels distant and impenetrable. Tucked in the Horn of Africa, its Red Sea coastline and striking landscapes are matched only by its reputation for secrecy and control. The land stretches from arid plains to lush highlands, bordered by the shimmering waters of the Red Sea, a gateway that has shaped its history for centuries. Often called the North Korea of Africa, Eritrea is a land of contradictions. Breathtaking beauty, immense pride, and a quiet, ever-present caution. Its capital, Asmara, is a city of Art Deco facades and palm-lined boulevards, where echoes of Italian colonialism blend with African resilience. Stories from Eritrea are often of hardship, families divided, freedoms yearned for, and a future that feels suspended. Generations have grown up in the shadow of conflict, with many forced to leave loved ones behind in search of hope and opportunity. To understand Eritrea, you must look past the labels and listen for the whispers in its cafes and streets. Here, conversations are careful, and trust is earned slowly. Yet, beneath the surface, there is a deep sense of community and a longing for connection. This is a place where the past lingers in stone, and the present is shaped by resilience and sorrow. The architecture tells stories of bygone eras, while monuments stand as silent witnesses to the struggles and triumphs of the Eritrean people. Our journey will explore the daily lives of its people, the weight of its history, and the difficult truths of its present. We'll see children playing in dusty streets, farmers tending to their fields, and remember the sacrifices made for independence. We'll walk Asmara's clean streets, feel the silent sadness, and witness the strength of a nation that paid dearly for its freedom. Every flag fluttering in the breeze is a reminder of hard-won sovereignty, and every face tells a story of endurance. This is not a story of judgment, but of empathy, a call to notice a corner of the world too often forgotten. It is an invitation to see Eritrea not just through the lens of its struggles, but through the eyes of its people, who continue to hope and persevere. Eritrea, a place of profound beauty and sorrow, waiting to be seen, heard, and understood. In the coming chapters, we'll uncover the layers of this enigmatic nation and perhaps find a deeper connection to its story. Enter Asmara, Eritrea's capital, and you're instantly transported to another era, a place where history lingers in every corner and the past feels remarkably present. Here, you step into a living museum of modernist architecture, where the city's unique blend of Art Deco, rationalist, and futurist styles creates a visual tapestry unlike anywhere else in Africa. Perched high on a sun-drenched plateau, Asmara's skyline is a testament to its Italian colonial past. The city's buildings, with their bold lines and sweeping curves, recall a time when architects dreamed of the future, even as they built far from home. The streets are remarkably spotless, traffic is light, and life here moves at an unhurried, almost meditative pace. There's a sense of calm that washes over you as you wander, a rhythm that invites you to slow down and take it all in. Sip a macchiato at a sunlit cafe, where the aroma of freshly ground coffee mingles with laughter and conversation. Watch vintage Fiats and Vespas roll by and listen as Tigrinya and Italian blend together in the air, a reminder of the city's layered identity. Landmarks like the iconic Fiat Tagliero building with its dramatic wing-like design seem to defy both gravity and time, standing as bold symbols of Asmara's enduring spirit and architectural ambition. The city's layout, once strictly segregated by colonial rulers, now brings together people from all walks of life. Today, Asmara's neighborhoods are united by a quiet pride and a sense of shared belonging. As evening falls, the gentle ritual of passeggiata along Harnett Avenue draws families and friends into the streets. It's a cherished tradition, a time to reconnect and celebrate community in a city that feels beautifully suspended in time. Yet, beneath the surface, the city's beauty is tinged with a quiet melancholy. Cinemas that once buzzed with excitement now rarely show films, shop shelves are often sparse, and the silence of empty streets at dusk can feel haunting. Asmara is a stunning stage for modern Eritrean life, where the echoes of the past and the realities of the present coexist in subtle, often hidden ways. Here, tradition and change are woven together in daily routines and quiet moments. The city's charm is undeniable, captivating visitors and locals alike, but it's a charm shadowed by the challenges of today. a reminder that beauty and hardship often walk side by side. In Asmara, nostalgia and resilience walk hand in hand, shaping a city that remembers its past while quietly enduring the present, always looking toward the future with hope. Beneath Asmara's calm, pastel-colored facades and tree-lined boulevards, a different reality pulses quietly. The city's beauty masks a deeper tension, one that shapes every aspect of daily life. Here, society is molded by absolute government control, where the presence of authority is felt in every corner, from the bustling markets to the silent alleyways. Since 1993, Eritrea has known only one president and one ruling party. There have been no national elections, no independent press, and no space for open dissent. The flow of information is tightly managed, and even casual conversations can carry risk. Surveillance is woven into the fabric of society. People learn to speak in hushed tones, to watch what they say and to whom. Caution becomes second nature, a silent companion in every interaction. Indefinite national service dominates daily existence. What was once promised as an 18-month commitment often stretches into years, sometimes even decades, consuming the prime of youth and leaving little room for personal dreams. Young people see their futures postponed or stolen. Families are separated for long stretches, and the hope of reunion is uncertain. Ambitions are put on hold, and the simple act of planning for tomorrow becomes a luxury. Many risk everything to escape, embarking on dangerous journeys in search of freedom. Those who remain behind find solace in small joys, shared laughter, a quiet coffee, or a moment of music, yet always under the state's watchful gaze. Economic opportunity is scarce, and movement is tightly restricted. Checkpoints and closed markets are daily reminders of the limitations imposed on ordinary life, and fear is a constant undercurrent. The quiet streets are not just peaceful, they're filled with unspoken words, held breaths, and the weight of stories that cannot be told aloud. Life becomes a careful negotiation where resilience is found in community, tradition, and ritual. People gather in small groups, sharing meals and faith, drawing strength from one another. The weight of the state is ever present, shaping every choice, every movement, and every hope for the future. In Eritrea, silence is not just the absence of noise, it is a strategy for survival, a shield against uncertainty, and a quiet testament to the enduring spirit of its people. Eritrea is emptying, its youth fleeing in search of freedom. Indefinite national service drives a desperate migration as hope for a self-determined life fades. The journey out is perilous, evading border guards, crossing deserts, risking traffickers, and braving the Mediterranean. Many perish along the way. Those who survive face new challenges abroad. Even in exile, the regime's reach persists. Diaspora Eritreans are pressured to pay a tax and sign regret forms to access consular services. This keeps families tethered to a government they fled, creating painful dilemmas. The exodus drains Eritrea of its brightest, leaving behind fractured families and empty streets. Parents wait for news, communities feel the absence of a generation, and hope is mixed with sorrow. The impact is profound, a nation haunted by those who have left, and by the silence they leave behind. Eritrea's story is written as much in departures as in what remains. In Eritrea, even faith is tightly controlled. Only 4 religious groups are recognized. Others, especially evangelicals and Pentecostals, must worship in secret. Unsanctioned believers risk arrest, torture, and years in brutal detention, sometimes in shipping containers or underground cells. The state sees independent faith as a threat, using raids and imprisonment to enforce loyalty. Families are torn apart, and fear permeates communities as neighbors may inform on each other. For many, spiritual life is hidden, another freedom sacrificed to state control. The government's grip on religion is about power, not belief. In Eritrea, worship can be an act of courage. Eritrea's story is one of foreign rule and fierce struggle. Italian colonization left a legacy of architecture and culture, but after World War II, Eritrea was federated, then annexed by Ethiopia. This sparked a 30-year war for independence, forging a resilient national identity. Victory in 1991 brought hope, but dreams of democracy faded after a devastating border war with Ethiopia. The conflict justified suspending the constitution and crushing dissent, cementing one-party rule. The president, once a liberation hero, became the architect of repression. A 2018 peace deal raised hopes, but little changed inside Eritrea. The long struggle for freedom is now used to justify its absence. Eritrea's past is ever present, shaping its troubled present. Eritrea is one of the world's hardest countries to visit. The visa process is slow and unpredictable, keeping tourism tightly controlled. Once inside, travel permits restrict movement, and checkpoints enforce the rules. Photography is sensitive, visitors are watched, and the sense of surveillance is constant. There are no tourist traps, just genuine, cautious interactions with proud locals. Internet is scarce, credit cards are useless, and life is strictly cash only. The isolation is both a charm and a warning. Eritrea is untouched by globalization but by design. The beauty a visitor enjoys is the same wall that confines its people. Travel here is a step back in time, and a sobering lesson in the cost of isolation. Eritrea's closed world is as fascinating as it is haunting. Despite hardship, Eritreans endure with quiet strength. Community and family are lifelines, with traditions like the coffee ceremony reinforcing bonds. In private rituals, people find trust and solidarity, spaces where spirit survives. Resilience is a form of resistance. By preserving culture and kindness, Eritreans assert their humanity. Young people still play, families still celebrate, and life persists against the odds. The story of Eritrea is not just oppression, but endurance. Hope is kept alive in small acts and shared moments. Eritreans wait for a new chapter, holding on to dignity and grace. Their spirit is a quiet defiance, shining through adversity. Eritrea lingers in the mind, a land of beauty and sorrow, pride and pain. Its story is more than headlines. It's lived by millions with hopes and dreams like ours. Asmara's preserved streets are a metaphor, beautiful, frozen, waiting. Behind the politics are families longing for reunion, youth dreaming of freedom, elders remembering hard-won independence. Eritrea's struggle is part of our shared human story. Refugees and families are not statistics, they are individuals seeking dignity and safety. To ignore their plight is to diminish our own humanity. Let this be a call to empathy. Learn, listen, and remember Eritrea. Paying attention is an act of solidarity and hope. By holding Eritrea in our awareness, we honor its people and keep hope alive for a brighter future.